My name is Sydney Fosno. I selected the recipe Flygande Jacob from the country Sweden. I selected Sweden because this is somewhere that I've always wanted to travel to, and I'm interested in learning more about this country's culture. Flygande Jacob is a recipe that is simple to make but has many different kinds of flavors, which intrigued me. Never have I seen chicken, bacon, and banana in the same dish. One interesting fact about Sweden's food culture is that recipes are kept simple with little seasoning. This keeps an emphasis on the food's natural flavor and lets the taste of the primary ingredient shine. I'm used to eating heavily seasoned food, and often this makes me overlook the simplicity of the ingredients that I use. A significant part of Swedish culture is fika. It is a daily practice of taking a moment to enjoy coffee and a sweet treat, usually a kind of pastry. This time is taken for relaxation, to slow down, and enjoy time with family or friends. Fika can be used as a noun or a verb. In a lot of cases in America, coffee and a snack is just a quick pick-me-up before or on the way somewhere. I usually make a coffee to go or order one on my way to work in a drive-thru. Sweden's dining etiquette is very formal. The host or eldest person sits at the head of the table and usually signals the beginning of the meal by raising their fork. The host directs guests to where they will sit, and the guest of honor sits at the center. Swedes use the continental dining style with their fork in their left hand and knife in their right hand. Hands stay above the table during the meal, and the food is passed to the left. When the meal is finished, the knife and fork lay parallel on the right side of their plate. I find this interesting because most of America is much more informal. In my usual setting, food may be passed around the table scattered. You choose where you'd like to sit and leave your silverware on your plate for it to be taken away. Flygande Jacob is served for dinner and has become a popular dish in Sweden, making it commonly eaten. This recipe is unique to Swedish culture with its minimal spice and emphasis on main ingredients. Unlike other cultures, this recipe is very simplistic, making the food's natural flavors stand out on their own. I decided to make a small tweak to the recipe while still keeping it as authentic as possible. Instead of using chicken thighs, I decided to prepare it with chicken breasts. This makes the recipe higher in protein and lower in calories and fat, altering it to be slightly healthier. For ingredients, there's 4 chicken breasts, vegetable oil, salt, black pepper, bacon, 2 bananas, heavy cream, chili sauce, roasted and salted peanuts, and cooked white rice for serving. For prep, you preheat the oven to 440 degrees Fahrenheit, cut the chicken in very thin strips, heat vegetable oil over medium heat, add chicken to the oil and season it with salt and pepper. Sauté chicken for about 5 minutes until browned. Transfer chicken into an oven-safe casserole dish. Place the bacon in the skillet to fry. Add the bacon to the chicken. Add the bananas on top of the chicken and the bacon. And in a small bowl, stir together heavy cream, chili sauce, salt, and black pepper. Pour the mixture over the chicken, bananas, and bacon, and bake the casserole for about 20 minutes. And then sprinkle peanuts over chicken and serve with hot rice. One benefit of this recipe is that the chicken and peanuts are high in protein. This supports muscle growth, metabolic health, and satiety. Another benefit can come from the capsaicin chili sauce, as it aids to boost metabolism and reduce inflammation in small amounts. Learning about Sweden's food culture has shown me that culture influences not only what we eat, but how we eat it. Taking fika as an example, this is time out of the day that is a sacred bonding experience with others. The time that is spent with others while gathering is just as important as the food being eaten.